Randomly firing a gun in Louisville is not against the law, but a group of Metro Council members wants to change that. WDRB's Travis Ragsdale explains how police say they'll make it a top priority.
There is no general prohibition on firing a gun in Louisville.
Though that may seem unbelievable, it's true. Randomly firing a gun in Louisville is not against the law.
Councilwoman George.
This group of Louisville Metro Council members are trying to change that. Last year, dispatch received 5,756 calls for shots fired in the city.
People shooting randomly behind their backyards or in the park. These bullets come down eventually.
Krista Gwynn's son was murdered in late 2019.
I have a small 13-year-old that now don't enjoy 4th of July, scared of New Year's because of the rapid gunfire that goes on.
This ordinance would make shooting a gun in Metro Louisville a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail.
This is what we want our officers engaged in, stopping people who are engaging in this unsafe behavior.
So why now?
This is the only option that we came to, and you have to have support that has to be needed.
Kentucky law prohibits cities from imposing any gun restrictions, but a gunfire law like this one is already in place in cities like Lexington and Bowling Green. These are just some examples of celebratory gunfire from New Year's Eve, but it can sometimes be worse than cracked and damaged windows. New Year's Eve 2017, a toddler was hit by a stray in the Portland neighborhood. He survived.
And there's that collective trauma that way too many of our neighborhoods have, where you wake up and go to bed to the sound of deadly weapons being fired.
This ordinance does not prohibit range or sport shooting or shooting in rural areas.
That's not what we see every day. We see people pulling a gun out and shooting it in the middle of a sidewalk.
This plan will first be heard at Metro Council next Thursday, where it will be assigned to a committee. In downtown Louisville, Travis Ragsdale, WDRB News.